What is poppin', people, party people? Are you here? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? This is what I always do. Let me just check and wait for the comment section to start. I have a bunch of displays. Don't ask me where to look. So, what's up, people? It's been a while, I guess. It's been actually a while. One thing I don't even understand what's going on is actually, guess when the last live was. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it a few days ago. Because I was like, I'm going to do live next week. I have so much to do. Lately, I've been like over the top of my head with some stuff. Yeah, guess what? The last live stream that we've had, and we did have a bunch of live streams together, I guess. The last live stream was a year ago to the day, and I didn't even plan for that, but to the day 1 year ago. Can you believe it? We're 1 year older. So let me just check the comments. Let me just arrive here. First of all, hello. This is actually a friend of mine from school, I guess. What's up? Interesting. Yeah, let me just check. I'm streaming with the new software, so there's going to be the obvious hiccups here and there. Yeah, because there's been the other software that I used. There was some drama, actually, which is kind of funny, which I actually like. But yeah, I don't want to use them anymore. Talking about Streamlabs, I hate them now. But that's just my opinion. So, what's up, people? Where are you from? How are you guys doing? Let me just check through the comments right here. The cool thing is I can now put them right there. So a lot of people say yes. All right. We do have some delay, I guess. Hello, Kopal, our moderator. Yes, she's our moderator. So be good, kids, because she's going to ban you. Hello, John Lennon, it seems like. Not bad. Hello, Nithix. Is that how you pronounce it? Hello, Macek. How do you pronounce that, actually? I can pull up your beautiful faces on there. I love it. Oh, and we do have a question in there. So, at Alex, okay, somebody's chatting with each other. That's also all right. Something with the blue tick. Watch out, all right? They are not going to give you blue ticks. They're not going to give me a blue tick. Even though, yeah, I get impersonated every day. There's so many accounts popping up. People DM this. My inbox is actually just full because people reach out to me saying, is that you? Is that you? It's never me. I only have one profile that I almost don't use because I don't have time right now. But yeah, don't fall for any scams. They're not gonna verify you. Fuck this. So we get this out of the way. So we get the demonetization out of the way right now. So, right. So, somebody says 2020. What a perfect year that was, huh? Hey, Philip. Hey, Funko Vader. Damn it. You guys have awesome names. I always have some issues coming up with names. The name heyDominik actually came up a long time ago. It was before MySpace probably even. So, yeah. All right. So, Clown says, feels like yesterday. Yeah, for me, it really feels like yesterday. A lot has been going on, but then again, not a lot since we had the last live stream. For the ones that just joined right here, we had the last live stream exactly to the day 1 year ago, and I just can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Wow, almost threw down the camera. So, what are we going to do today? We're going to do a bunch of things today. Let me just change something in the settings. We're just going to slowly, roll into this whole thing right now. We're not going to have high energy today because, yeah, I had like always, I had like a crazy day. Lots of issues. I had lots of issues obviously with Instagram, but more so with fucking Facebook. Can you believe what Facebook is they're just jerks. I just tell you how it is. First of all, let me know in the comments down below. How long have you been watching me, heyDominik? How long have you been watching the channel? Are you new? Do you know some of the stories? You don't know some of the stories, what are happening? Do you just watch my videos, just randomly? Did you just right now find me? Or when did you actually find me? Or are you a real dominator? I'd love to know. yeah, because yeah, turns out some of you guys are actually pretty new, which I totally love. So many new people coming in, so many old people just don't show up anymore. But that's life, I guess. Somebody says greetings from Vienna. Wow, I'm actually right now in Vienna, not for long. I'm gonna have a lot of traveling days in September and October. I will go to, first of all, I'll go to Warsaw. How do you pronounce that even? Then I will go to my favorite city in the whole world. Again, finally. I couldn't go because of COVID, but I have some business meetings there in Tbilisi, Georgia. This is what we're going to do in September, actually in 2 weeks, I guess. But not for long, because then I need to go to Dubai. Yeah, so if anybody of you is around there, Warsaw, Tbilisi, Dubai, in about 2 weeks, I'll be traveling there. Probably I'm not going to have a lot of time, but who knows? Would be nice to meet up. Actually, I always wanted to do the heyDominik meetups. I was actually planning to do a tour this year, actually for last year, but then, the winter happened again. Now this year for some reason, I'm just filled with work. Don't ask me why. But yeah, just let me know. Also, then I'll be in London at the beginning of October, and I know we have a lot of dominators in London. So yeah, somebody says Germany. Hello, Germany. Hello, Pakistan. Hello, California. I need to go back there, to be honest. I'm going to come probably this year, maybe next year, back to the US for an extended amount of time. Sweden, Pakistan is probably, we probably do have quite a bit of a delay. Morocco, wow. So we're an awesome community. We're really literally from around the world, which is, interesting for me. Awesome. So many cool people. Czech Republic, New York, Florida, Netherlands, South Africa, Texas. Yeah. Ooh, Arkansas. I want to go back. A lot of you guys probably don't know. I spent a lot of time in Memphis, Tennessee, and I think Arkansas is like right down there, right? I think I drove there a bunch of times with the car. So, yeah, let me check. First of all, here's what's going to happen, okay? We do have, obviously, a giveaway for the IG Black file. You're going to get that without any questions. People are going to get that because we also, first of all, we're going to just chat, I guess. We're going to chat about the whole Instagram thing, about what could be causing some engagement problems. We're going to do some profile reviews. We're also, I think that's about it that we're going to do. And I'm going to give away a bunch of spots to my black file because it's been a year. Also, for the ones who haven't heard about this, probably haven't heard about this, I will soon be starting a mentorship program, a real in-depth, close mentorship program where we actually work together. And I'm going to handpick a bunch of you students, a bunch of you guys, to actually work with me hand in hand, at least over the next 6 months. And I'll show you everything. And I'll walk you hand in hand. We're just right now building a huge, amazing team. We built a huge, amazing mentorship that's just going to be the best value you've ever seen, and I have probably ever seen. It's something that I would have loved to have when I started out. Instead, I was just a weird little boy trying to do some things. But maybe down in the description, you can, there's a link to fill out the application. It's just going to start a little bit later. I guess it will start around October. But you can just fill out the application. We're going to hop on a call. We're going to, maybe we're going to speak a little bit to each other, either with me or with my friend Florian. And then we're going to, have an amazing time, I guess, in the next 6 months or even more. So first of all, let me just answer some comments. There's actually so many comments. There's too many comments. So still people saying where they're from. Bulgaria. There you go. I've heard lots of great things about Bulgaria. There you go. Benedict says, I've been watching you for 4 months. Amazing. That's actually a long time. Welcome to the club. New Jersey. Alex DeWall. I think I remember your name, to be honest. I watched the last live stream and have been watching for a solid few years, but mostly randomly. Yeah, that's how it is. I got myself into social media management since the last live. Yeah, this is amazing. This is something that everybody, basically the demand is out there. You know, social media is growing, whether it's, what do you do, by the way? Just Instagram or something else? Because the demand is there. You know, if everybody who's watching me right now would start their own social media agency or something, yeah, no worries finding clients, managing people. So yeah, that's just, and here's the thing, you could just start out like right now. If you're like, yeah, I'm actually quite a beginner, you know, I don't really know what's going on. If you watch my channel regularly, you know what's going on. So you can probably start managing some people and earn some money. Yeah, because yeah, it's out there. Come to India. Yes, that was also on my list, coming to India. Mumbai, for example. Yeah. So, let me just check what's going on. Hello from Germany. I have an account for 4 days. What does it mean you have an account for 4 days? Somebody's asking. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to answer some questions, and then we're going to take a look at a bunch of your profiles. Maybe I said that already, but yeah, I'm out of practice with live streaming. So, somebody says, if you switch a creator account, and gone it is. If you switch a creator account to private and then back to creator, do you know if that resets the algorithm? No, it doesn't reset the algorithm. This was a thing back 4 years ago, probably. This was a thing, and it actually worked. Now it doesn't work anymore. And even more so, it's actually kind of bad. If you have a creator account for a long time, then you have some analytics and you have your stats saved in your account, so you can look, you know, you can track. A really important thing, to track your metrics. You know, in my course, the Black File, we talk about this. You know, really figuring out, analyzing, you know, metrics, analyzing potentials, and yeah, for example, even a year back, let's check what worked last year and try to recreate this in this year, for example. And if you reset back to a private account, it will delete all of these metrics, and yeah, all of your stats are going to be gone. And yeah, so yeah. Renato Shishido. I remember to get here to your channel after I heard a review about Instagram personalities, and you were called a true IG hacker. Really? That's what they said. That's something bad, isn't it? But I'm delighted to hear that. Katja, new 3 months. Welcome to the club. Also, sometimes I just can't speak. Don't ask me why. I've had, like, my day was, until right now, I was just working my ass off in my agency, working for Real Strengths. I actually, once a week, I bring out Real Strengths. Maybe you can sign up down below. Maybe not. Maybe we're going to give away some spots to free Real Strengths. I have weekly Real Strengths available where we actually dissect some trending audios, but also dissect the content behind it. And I'll show you why it works, how it works, and give you some pointers, and actually give you some sort of templates for you to, come out with good reels, I guess. Pat, hello from Niagara Falls. Coming up on 1 year of IG. Amazing. Wow. Cool. Hey, I'm the wingsuit guy from Colombia. Yeah, I do remember this. It doesn't feel like it's been at least a year. It's so crazy. So, yeah, so let me just search through the comments a little bit before. Let me just try something out. I have a button right here. There you go. 5 minutes timer. This is when we first will review the first profile when this 5 minutes timer is done. And this is how it works. If you guys are new here, maybe I'm gonna have to write this in there. I will probably write this in there. But basically, by the way, is there background audio or not? I hope not. Basically, first of all, you're going to, not right now, so, behave yourself. You're going to text me in the comments here on YouTube. You're going to comment your handle, IG handle, what else? Anybody remember what it was? Your niche. And maybe some question or why I should pick you. Something interesting why I should pick you. Also, that's what I'm just remembering right now. You can take a screenshot of this stream and maybe shout me out. This is actually what we're going to do. Disregard everything that I said before. You're going to make a screenshot of this stream. And then you're going to tag me on Instagram at heyDominik, obviously. I'm going to go through my tags and randomly pick one. Yeah. And the second one that we'll do will be somebody in the comments. The third one we'll do will be somebody else. And here's the thing. Among the people that we choose is actually everybody who gets chosen. Let's just make it that way. Everybody who gets chosen gets the black file for free. That's it. Whole bundle. Everything. Let's just make it the whole bundle. Because I have the black file, but I have other secret courses that I never talk about. By the way, I almost never want to talk about the black file too, just because I don't want to, I don't really want to sell you something. I just want to have fun. So, yeah, you're going to get everything. The people who get chosen. Oh, there you go. Money UFO. I do remember you. We missed dirty water. Yeah, I don't have dirty water right now for the new people. Dirty water is basically looks like this, but just a little dirty. And if I drink too much, I'm going to get dizzy. Usually that's what I drink on a live stream. I can't right now because of some health issues, unfortunately. Yeah, can't. Need to behave myself right now. Yeah, probably stress related, I guess. But yeah, I'll be in the hospital tomorrow, by the way. But yeah, so... Hello, Silanix Tech. Guy in a skirt. How many outtakes do you have when making videos? Well, it depends which kind of videos. And I just see 5 minutes go by really fast. It depends which kind of videos. When I make the bigger, newer sort of videos where I have some playing around, some characters, some acting. Those usually take a long time to make. And I do have a lot of outtakes just because I want to make sure that everything's all right. I want to make some normal, like, talking head videos, like Instagram updates, like the one yesterday, for example. I also do have a lot of outtakes, but I'm working on fixing that. Because, yeah, it's getting hard cutting sometimes. I do have whoa, what's going on here? I do have a teleprompter. What did I just do? I do have a teleprompter where, yeah, that just makes it a lot easier for me. But, yeah, sometimes I'm just not in it. And there's going to be lots of outtakes. Silanix Tech, really happy to be watching you live. Oh, I'm happy you're actually here. Yes, for real. Hello from Poland. I'll be in Poland next week. Or the week after next week, I guess. So, somebody, and in 1 minute, we're going to start the raffle. So, screenshot me and tag me at heyDominik on Instagram, right? In 1 minute, the first profile review is going to start. Somebody's asking, let me just again, I have a tiny TikTok account that I just created. I'm getting some decent traction. Should I also upload the same vids to Instagram Reels? Good question, my friend. Yes, but here's the thing. Obviously update them to Reels, for example. And if you really want to make sure to cover the whole range of short form video, also update them. I can't upload them to YouTube Shorts, right? Because basically it's the same, even though the platforms have slight differences. And things that work on the one platform might not work on the other. Sometimes algorithms are just different. And sometimes, for example, the TikTok algorithm is knows a lot more to what to do with your content. So yeah, you should first of all upload every piece of content to all three platforms if you really want to maximize your chances. With that being said, don't just download it from TikTok and upload it with the TikTok watermark anywhere else, and vice versa. YouTube Shorts, I don't think there's a watermark, but Instagram as well, you're gonna get a watermark. No, you want to make it a little bit platform native. So, for example, if you have a hook and you have a text in the hook, create your own hook on each platform with the built-in tools. Built-in tools. Yeah. So okay. So here's what's going on. The 5-minute timer has elapsed, and I'm just gonna answer one more question before I'm gonna check my Instagram. You still have a few seconds to tag me on Instagram, I guess, in your stories. Somebody's just asking, because I get that a lot, is there a way to sign up for a one-on-one consult? Actually, not really right now. I absolutely don't have time for one-on-ones, unfortunately. My time, I actually don't even have time for a live stream right now, but yeah. The way to work with me right now is either through the IG Black file, if, sort of a self-learning program, but I'm in the community, right? So you can ask me stuff in the community. The other way to work with me is the new mentorship program that we're gonna launch pretty soon, where you will actually work with me hands-on. And I think down in the description might be a link, probably not. Let me just paste the link here in the comment section, so people who want to sign up actually sign up. Copy link. Can I do that? How can I do that? I'll just do that right now, and then we're off for our first. All right, it should be in the pinned messages. And now we're on to our first profile review, I guess. Yeah, too many comments. Just way too many comments. Okay, so I will open and I will see if somebody actually mentioned me. And there are some people mentioning me. Okay, so as you can see right now, I'm not gonna look, and I'm just gonna stop at one point, and then this person has won the black file. Plus, this person, obviously, unfortunately, it's not gonna be the first one. Yeah, sometimes it just sucks to be. Yeah. But and we're gonna review the profile. Bump. There you go. There you go. Let me just try to show this to you. Oh, this one. This was the one. Right. Pick me up, bro. There you go. Oh, you even made it very good. Very easy. People mentioning me in their stories. You can still mention me throughout the live stream, because I will just go through them again. I will go all the way back and go through them again. So, yeah. So, the Moda channel is the first one that we picked. So, I'm going to open up the Moda channel. And then, here's how it works. First of all, I'm going to pull this profile up here on the screen. And second of all, you're going to tell me in the comments what you think about it. You know, the first impression is the most important impression. And we're a bunch of people here that probably have something interesting to say. Plus, I'd love to see what you guys come up with, and then I'll tell you my opinion about your profile and what you can do better. Right. So the Moda channel, right? Just press the wrong button. But okay, let me just. I can just. Obviously, I'm stupid. I can just press this right here. Right? This is why I do this in the comments. Okay, the Moda channel. Okay, let me know your first impressions. I will monitor the comments. 192 followers, the Moda channel, affiliate marketing plus paid ads. Loving the process. All right. This is cool. Okay, what are your first thoughts about this? Okay, I'm just waiting to get the comments back here. And let me know, what are your first impressions? Basically, what do you have to say? What do you think you could make better? You could do better. And okay, so somebody says, let me just put this here, maybe. Put this here, maybe. Why am I so big? I don't need to be so big, I guess. So, somebody says bio doesn't give clear value to new visitors. Yeah, I don't like it. Somebody says no style in feed, not professional enough at the moment. I don't know what the account is about at first glance. Well, this is interesting because the person put in affiliate marketing plus paid ads. That's the first question. I guess for me, it's actually pretty clear what it is. But then again, if you think a little bit about it, it's not really clear because my first thought was you do affiliate marketing, but do you help people with affiliate marketing, or with creating an income through affiliate marketing and paid ads, or what is the thing? What's your value proposition, right? Because I'm also a little bit confused, and I agree with some people saying this. Because you always have to think about it that way. If somebody comes to you, if somebody actually views your profile immediately at the first time, the first impression, basically what people see right now from you, they have to immediately know what's going on, right? They have to immediately figure out, well, this profile is something that I'm interested in, hence I will follow. Or they're going to be like, well, this is not what I'm interested in. And the second important thing is the algorithms too. The algorithms need to know what you're about too. And if people can't know what you're about, it's going to be very hard for the algorithm. Somebody says, logo is pretty basic, blends in with a lot of others. Yeah, I do kind of agree. I mean, it's not a must, to be honest, to have like a really, really professional logo. If it depends. There's big pages who have logos like this. I actually have somebody in my black file who has a very similar logo, I remember. And I think it was a he. He grew like crazy. Maybe you're here right now with normal posts, with feed posts. So it's not a must, but I agree. It looks a little basic, to be honest. Chronic illness advocate. He's going to take my money. Maybe he wants to take your money. Question is he able to take your money? Feels like a lot being thrown at the user visiting the profile. Yeah, I agree too, because affiliate marketing, like this is for me the main focus is always at the top right there. The first line sort of what this is about. Affiliate marketing, right? And then you talk a lot about, what do you talk about? Reduce costs in Google Ads. Okay. So you really give valuable content. I have to admit, you really, really give valuable content, I guess. Can we hear that? Can you guys hear that? Because I'm not sure. Seems like you can't hear that, but it's okay. All right, so generally you do give a lot of valuable content. However, first of all, fix your thumbnails, right? Fix your thumbnails because it just looks a little unprofessional. Even though this is funny, this is not helping you be a professional person, consultant, coach, whatever you are. Second thing is, where's your content output? Just scroll through right there. And this is from January 29. Maybe you have some reels not in the bio, not in your feed. Yeah, as we know, we can't see this. This is another thing. With some accounts you can still see when the reel was uploaded. With some accounts you can't, which, for me, it tells me a lot where a lot about the direction of Instagram. They want to make content a lot more evergreen, if you ask me. So, yeah, this was May. Yeah, first of all, you need to create way more content. Obviously, you're not going to grow at all if you just create a few pieces of content. Second of all, the first line in your caption, basically, your hook, right, is follow for tip number 2, right? Is that a hook? I mean, obviously you have a hook there. Reduce costs in Google Ads. Sort of a good hook if your target audience consists of people like this. But yeah, follow for tip number 2. Here's one thing. I actually recorded a very quick, and if you ask me, a crappy video that you will probably see in about a week. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you watch right now, and then you'll watch the next video next week where we talk about this. Let me know if it's crappy or not. But basically, Instagram recently issued a statement saying, well, this is how you can get recommended, and we will recommend you if you do this, and if you do this, we won't recommend you. And if you dive deeper, we did some videos. We made some videos about this in the past years, actually, so you can find it somewhere on my channel. But one thing they don't like to recommend is actually engagement bait, which might be, if the first line of your caption is follow for number 2, might be considered even engagement bait. Could be, could not be. So yeah. Second of all, the format, man, it needs to be taller. It needs to be at least it needs to be 4x5. Well, actually, no. I just said something, whatever. But just disregard this right now. But basically, also, if you look right there, it is not really good quality, right? For some reason, you need to optimize that, because that's another thing where they will not give you as much reach as they should, probably, because the quality, they don't like low quality content, right? Also, Reels. This is, as you can see, it's a little bit blurry. It's a little bit dark. They're not gonna show this to many people, right? This as well. It's blurry. It shows it's bad quality, and that's just what's up. They're just gonna stop recommending you. Okay. Also, the only story you made was my story, right here. It's 0. It's 12:26 a.m. where you're at. Where are you from? And good night, I guess. But yeah, Copel said something very good. This, probably check upload settings. Yes, you should go somewhere to your settings and tell them, high quality upload. This is a big thing, actually. Could be that this is the issue. If you don't have this high quality uploads enabled, they're gonna, make your content even crappier, like this one. Because this one is, yeah, this one's very bad quality. This one as well. Don't ask me what's going on. So yeah, first of all, text me your name and your email address here in the DMs. DM this to me, all right? And I will give you access to the Black File and to our community IG Insiders group lifetime right now, okay? So actually do this while I answer some questions, I guess, from you guys. Okay. So, what do you guys have to say? Paul Jameson says, love your content, went from 9,000 followers to 70,000 followers after following your. Yeah, amazing, man. This is so great to hear. Really. What's your page? Spam it in there. People might want to see. Anyflow says something really interesting. Anyflow, what an interesting name. Restart. I noticed something happened recently where I accidentally added the same hashtag twice in a post and dropped my reach like. Then I just deleted the post. It was back up again. Thoughts on this? Yeah. So usually, a lot of the times when people say this, could be just random. Randomness. There's a very good book called Fooled by Randomness, which, is probably what happened. However, it could be that you are somewhat flagged a little bit in terms of the anti-spam mechanism detection algorithms. And all the time when you do something repeatedly, like repeat the same comments twice, or in your bio say, follow me, all the time again, or spam the same hashtags all over again, you might get a little bit of, or just one flag more, meaning, they're going to take away your reach for the duration of this flag. There's different sorts of flags. Some flags that last up to 1 year, as we've recently figured out. Some flags usually last 90 days, usually when you have a community strike or something like this. Or smaller flags that maybe could be just taken away automatically if some condition is not being met anymore. Maybe that was the case for you, that, two hashtags, twice of the same hashtags in a row could have triggered that. However, I'm not sure. Not entirely sure, to be honest. Could be that it's just coincidence. And I'm not used to speaking anymore so long. I can hear it in my voice already. Fortunately, no dirty water. That's very sad for me, but maybe good for you, because it got very interesting towards the end of the last live streams, especially in our private live stream. By the way, is anybody here from this Discord server that we had, that some amazing people set up for me in the last live streams when we had like some private time together with some special people? I'd love to know, because I accidentally left not long ago, and it would be amazing to hang out with you after the stream or after the next stream. So yeah. They don't always. Somebody says, lol, I didn't know they punish for following call to actions. Well, not always. It really depends on the situation, how many flags you had before, and how you do it and how often you do it. But generally, generally don't use them as much. Okay, somebody says, Dominic, if my account has 3 or more community guideline strikes, do I have to make a new account, or will they eventually age out? IG told me I'm not getting on Explore because of the strikes. Yeah, it depends on the strikes that you've had. I have a suspicion that some flags are never going away again, even though they sort of confirmed, reading between the lines in the meta guidelines somewhere, they say all flags will disappear after 1 year on Instagram and on Facebook. However, that's a lie. So some flags will stay forever, I'm pretty sure. I actually have an example of my own account. Yeah. So yeah, you could wait a year. You could create a new page. Here's the thing. They could figure out that it's actually you. Connect this thing together, and then you will get another flag. Most likely not going to happen, but yeah. So really be careful. One thing that I wanted to talk to you about, what I've been doing, what cost me 4 or 5 hours today, was actually the following. I have my personal Instagram account, heyDominik, linked to a Facebook page, linked to some other account, and then I linked it to ManyChat, right, to have some messenger automation. For example, I'm looking right now for some employees, for some people. I wanted to set up a quick messenger automation where people send me the word job, which, by the way, you can do. Send me the word job, and then you can apply for a job to work with me together. Only if you're a real Instagram pro, though. And it didn't work anymore. I'm like, okay, 3 days, it didn't work anymore. Nobody knows why. So, yeah, I tried everything out. They say it doesn't work anymore. You need to have a business account, a Facebook business, the Instagram business page. I'm like, I have a creator page, usually creator and business pages. You generally are the same in terms of the apps that you can connect, the official messenger automation and stuff like this. So I'm like, this can't be. There's just something wrong. Then I figured out, well, years ago, they had one of my pages flagged for violating some things, ad guidelines, which is maybe not true. Maybe true, but no, it's actually not true. And so they locked my account from the page from actually advertising on Facebook. So I'm like, okay, I'll create a new page, connect this together with my Instagram profile. And it never worked. And I tried out everything. Nobody was able to help me until I figured out everything was flagged. Everything was flagged. All of my private Facebook accounts, I tried to make a new Facebook account just for this reason, and I couldn't. Facebook knew that it was actually me trying to create another Facebook account, even though I tried out different phone numbers and everything. What I did then was I took a new device, because I have lots of new devices. For example, just got for flying the airplane. And as a teleprompter, this is usually my teleprompter. I usually, new device. Use this with some mobile network, not with my Wi-Fi, to sign up for a new Facebook account. It worked. I connected this together, and voila, guess what? Now my messenger automations work again, which is, by the way, another thing. And I wasn't really aware of that it's actually connected still to my Instagram account, because there was some connection in the back end that I wasn't even aware of. If you have a Facebook page or a private Facebook profile that's connected with your Instagram that is restricted from advertising on Facebook, they say somewhere in their community guidelines that you will not get shared, recommended as much as you should. So pretty crazy, if you ask me. So how many hashtag sets should a person have? Well, hashtags are not really important anymore. You should have a bunch of hashtag sets, but basically you want to use them to more or less explain a little further about your content in the very, very picture. So don't look at it as, well, I'm just going to go ahead and create 5 hashtag sets and then I'm going to loop through them. Always think about what could the algorithm think about. Looking at this piece of content, what could I do to help the algorithm understand what this is about? Talking about the context a little bit better. So, yeah. Usman, I will try your Reels challenge. I saw it yesterday. Yes, there's a free Reels challenge actually that I have going. I might even update it in due time to make it even better. But right now, lots of people have grown like crazy just using the free Reels challenge. Basically it's free. I guess we don't have it linked in the description because I don't have any description, I guess. But in my previous videos, you're gonna find it. I think it's just Reels challenge. Just try Reels challenge.com or IG Reels challenge.com. God, I just lost the whole overview because somebody says, I experienced that a regular photo post live a little longer than before. Now it's not only 24 hours. It's very interesting because here's what's up. I made the video that was going live yesterday. I made it a few days ago. And I figured out that photos tend to get more velocity right now, right? So I hope you get it. The shelf life is generally lower than with Reels in the home feed, but especially in the Reels feed. Reels shelf lives. If you could see right now, most profiles you can't even see when the reel was posted in the Reels feed. So they really want to aim for evergreen content, and categorize all content and just show the fitting content to somebody who's looking for it right now, no matter when it was posted, which is very good for you as a creator. However, I also agree that regular photos, they're tweaking a lot with regular photos because they've noticed the huge backlash that they got. And they try to make photos a lot bigger again because they see, people just want that. So, yeah. Oh, now I only see the Discord messages that you guys said. So Discord people, could you just invite me again? And I will go in there, and maybe we're going to do it today or next time. It's not going to be a year until it will be the next time. It will actually be a lot sooner just because I'll be traveling a lot. And right. So, any other questions you guys have? And don't spam, all right? You spammed this message so many times. Don't do this, man. Yeah, stop spamming, dude. Stop spamming. See, there you go. Oh, all right. Mop. Copal, by the way, you can, I saw it somewhere, you can give some people a timeout. So Philip King said something very interesting. I gotta say, making reels also had a good thing. As a photographer, I also started making videos, which are part of my income now. So thanks to Instagram. Well, this is this is the thing. Lots of people they just don't wanna go with the flow. They're like, eh. And sometimes I personally think, it's sort of the mob. People are they see that everybody's just pissed at Instagram and everybody's just saying how bad the platform is and how bad the algorithm is and everything. And without realizing that maybe it's not even that bad, and maybe reels are not as bad as people make them out to be. So, yeah. Lars is asking a question. How do you know if your account has been striked? Yeah. There's a few ways to know that. You can go to your settings to account status, and they will tell you if you've got some serious strike, right? But sometimes they won't, which is very sad. And then, that's about it. You don't know. You just see that you sort of have a very steep downwards curve in terms of engagement. So, yeah. Yes, Instagram will shadow ban, but not tell us. They don't call it shadow ban. It's just because they always say, well, shadow ban is not a real thing. And then everywhere in the whole guidelines officially, they're like, yes, we limit your reach if you do this, if you do this, if you do this. We don't show you as an account as a whole. If you do this, that's shadow banning for me. So, but they just have a different name for shadow banning. They don't consider this shadow banning. So, yeah. No one comics. All right. Hey, Don, I helped an account to go from 900 to 115,000. Does that count as an Instagram pro? Maybe it does. But totally apply for the position. Yeah, totally. And maybe we're gonna have a chat, and we'll see if you really are a pro. So yeah, if you want to work with me, I'm looking for an Instagram pro. Go to my Instagram account and check out my stories. So yeah. Somebody asks a question: can you schedule posts? What does that mean? Of course you can schedule posts, but I guess not within the app, but with either some official third-party software. That's official, where you actually log in through Facebook and Instagram, or you can do it through the Creator Studio on the desktop. Okay, I've been seeing this quite a lot. How do you set up high quality content in the settings? Let me just show you. All right. Let me just show you settings. Let me just go up. So you go to your settings. Don't ask me where exactly this is, but it's somewhere. You go to data usage, right? So to your settings, account, data usage, high quality uploads, right? And this, you don't want to have to use less cellular data, right? This is how you do it, basically. Everybody should have that on and off. Important. Very important. The Moda channel sent you the DM, Dom. All right, let me just check the Moda channel. I got lots of DMs. The Moda channel. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. I'll just show you. Oh, I can't show you. I don't want to show you his email address. But he says, hey, Dominic, I can't fucking believe. I can't wait to enroll in the black file. Right. So I'm going to have my assistant actually do this. And you will get the black file pretty soon. Circle, you're gonna get the Circle community, which means the IG Insiders community as well, like I said. Just 1 second. All right, so, yes. So, which means soon we're gonna have the second profile review and the second, yeah. Well, I just saw something. I just saw a super chat, and I didn't even expect it, to be honest, that this still works. So first of all, thank you. Have any tips for creating a hook for nature reels? Well, it really depends. It depends on so many different things. If it's visual, if you do visual storytelling, or something along the lines, if your reel is highly visual, in a highly visual nature, this could even just be the hook itself, or you could use the hook from a trending audio, something that's fitting, something that breaks a pattern, something that just makes people stop. Or, it depends what kind of reel you make. Because, people are like, oh, this is Reels. I create Reels. But Reels is just the same, like as you would say, I create YouTube, right? You could create so many different kinds of content with them. Different kinds of hooks. In my Reels trend reports, there is actually, you're going to have a million ideas already if you go through the old reports, which everybody should go through the old reports too, because, it's not only about the trending audios, it's more about what I write about them. So, somebody says, setting up high quality content will encourage thieves to steal and repost. Well, this is a good mindset that you have, I guess, huh? Going at it. Well, then don't do it. But then don't be mad if Instagram doesn't show it because you don't have high quality content. Also, repost accounts will get ranked down quite a bit more soon. Just recorded a video about this. Somebody's asking, is it possible that you are too niche to get a larger audience? Most accounts on my field are from curators or brands. Any thoughts? It could be that you're too niche. Yeah, definitely. But I got a super chat from Crazy K. And I got a super chat, another one from Daniel Croft. Thanks a lot, first of all. Thanks a lot. I will check it out. But like I said, I can't just use the super chat, to review your guys' profile, because I tell you how it is. Otherwise it would be paid to win, which is not something that I love. And we do have so many people from who just can't afford to work with me. And but with that being said, I will still check at your stuff. And now I forgot the question that was before. Oh, there you go. Is it possible you're too niche to get a larger audience? Yeah, it could be that you're too niche. But I believe you personally, because I think I know who you are right now, you might not be too niche. You don't have any competitors, direct competitors. That's always the most important thing. Check out your direct competitors, and just make a map where they are, how many followers they are. Check the spread. What's the biggest competitor that you have? What's the most emerging competitor that you have? And then you can sort of see the ballpark, or sort of see if this is actually the very same niche or not. So Somebody says, I experienced that the video quality for making Reels in Final Cut is not as good as Reels created in Premiere Pro. Yeah, it just has to do with the export setting. Mostly, maybe if you have a MOV file, or QuickTime, or too much bitrate, or you export it in 4K, then it gets cropped and compressed by the algorithm. Possibly you just use the right setting to export in Premiere, but not in Final Cut. I would advise you to use compressor, and create a preset there. So first of all, let's check out some super chats. And unfortunately, let me just check. Unfortunately, I have... Okay, Crazy K. I just see. How can I pull you up there? Can I search you? Crazy K. Oh, there you go. He's asking, I had a huge problem of getting 50% of traffic and followers from India. How do I stop that? But also love an account review. Okay, so first of all, why don't you like traffic from India? Is it because it's not a match? Is it because you have, for example, it could be that you have some products that you don't sell to India, or that are not a good fit to India, or your target audience is not at all in this country. The question is why this came. It depends on some accounts just get, for example, traffic from a certain country because the algorithm has noticed before that you generally get good metrics from a certain country and from certain people, similar people. Could be that you had an ad, or could be that you had a post blow up quite a bit from this country, right? And now the algorithm is like, well, obviously, we're going to show this to all of those people from there because they had the best. Or you have, let's say you have a subset of your audience coming from India, and they just love your content a lot more than, for example, let's say people from the US, and they engage a lot more. For example, years ago, I talked to Hype Auditor, and they showed me that people from Scandinavia don't like to comment at all. So, sometimes it's just local differences. But yeah, could be that just the algorithm thinks, well, this is the right audience for you because they give you the best metrics. What you should be doing in that case is actually, and YouTube Studio just tells me right now would be a good time to insert ads. They want me to insert an ad right now. Fuck off. Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to start interacting with people from your target audience, right? You want to, for example, I call it the interaction methods. You go to some people and you go to your competitors, for example, and start engaging with their engagers, right? So, and then go from there and try to slowly build a bit of a better base from people in your target countries. Could be also because you have a SIM card from India in there, which probably it's not happening. But yeah. Right. So now I just lost everything. Let me just check the other things. So somebody asked something. Let me just check again. It's kind of hard to see the super chat ones. Another super chat. I can't even. Let me just answer some super chat questions before, and then we will. I'll just set the timer right now. You can already start to shout me out on your stories for the next review. Kyodo. Okay, what was that? I hit 10 million views collectively in 10 days after being inactive for 3 years, but conversion sucks on every platform. Why? Well, this is a very broad question that I would, hard for me to answer right now without knowing the details, to be honest. Could be, like, what are you? Are you a musician? Accounts are all Kyoto. Okay, let me just quickly check what this is about. Just, I'm not reviewing your account right now, and you didn't win the black file. If you guys think you can cheat the system by paying for the super chat to win the black file, no. Kyoto. But let me just quickly check this one. Kyoto. Right. Conversion sucks. Well, you got 60K followers. Let me just check here your reels. Well, it seems like you're doing actually pretty good, man. Yeah, conversion sucks because people hit the follow button a lot less than they did, let's say, a year ago. And yeah, first of all, that's just something you're going to have to deal with it. Second of all, if that's your content, it's probably very good if you know how to, pull in these views. With that being said, I have a bunch of videos on my channel where I talk about how to convert more viewers into followers, actually. So, click through my channel here. Yeah, the thing is, followers are not gonna be as important anymore as they used to be, especially in the future, because of these recommendation algorithms. I guess so many of you guys who are watching me right now are not subscribed. Let me know in the comments who is subscribed and who's not subscribed. Right? Because it doesn't matter on YouTube, right? For me, it doesn't matter anymore as well if you're subscribed or not. Because if you watch me, you're going to get shown my videos in your home feed. And the same thing's going to happen with Instagram, TikTok anyway, by the way. I don't care about this. I have my life goal. I have figured out. I've accomplished my life goal. So you don't have to follow me anymore, subscribe to me anymore. And the same principle actually being on coming more and more on Instagram, a little bit less right now. TikTok, for example, big time already. So yeah. Okay, somebody said, "Hey Dom, I'm the one who set up the Discord server for you." Wow, I don't remember you were an animal. Can you please set up your profile to online on Discord? I need to check a couple of things and screen share your Discord quick so I can see. Well, what does that mean? Maybe we don't have time for this right now. Does it need my interference? Let me just on Discord. For the people who don't know what we're talking about, I used to have a Discord server that Jacob set up. Yes. And I think I'm online. But yeah, I'm just online right now. And I will maybe join later with a bunch of you guys join with video call, maybe for 10, 20 minutes. So, yeah. How long are we going? 1 hour already. So we need to check out more accounts, I guess. Okay, so the people said subscribed. Are you subscribed right now? Does it mean are you subscribed or did you just subscribe? That's what I want to know. Bogdan from Ukraine. Hello. If you know, I have lots of ties to there. Yeah, I'm actually maybe going there in 3 weeks. Yeah, with the car, obviously. But yeah. And yeah, it's my second home as well. Where are you from, Bogdan? Can't wait to go back to Kiev, to be honest. Okay, lots of people are subscribed, I guess. And the timer has come to an end. Christina, Blackfile member. What's your handle? I should know you then, Right, so. Okay, the timer has hit 0. You still have 1 minute until I actually review your account. I'm going to actually answer one question. Let me just check. We're going to do a quick one. Daniel Croft asked something quickly. Are you from London or where are you from? Because I'm going to go to London quite in a few weeks. But Daniel said, personal brand, but not sure if I should scrap it or start again. Might have ruined it doing follow for follow, Probably follow and follow. This could be actually, right? This could be that you've ruined it. And this is one thing that I meant before with saying that some flags you will never lose again. Let me just quickly check, right? So you didn't win the black file because that would be a hack. But Daniel Croft, right? Daniel Croft. Right. So let me just quickly, you can all you guys, you can get ready and also tell me and tell us your first impressions. And then we'll take a real person, right? Let me just put the 5 minutes timer again. And yeah. Then we'll start the real profile review. So, all right. Okay, very interesting feat. What is that? What do you... Yeah. Okay, prolific movie. See, I was confused, and this is never good. I was confused if you, yeah. I was confused whether you were actually the creator of those posters. But then I'm like, yeah, no. Here's the thing. The algorithms just changed. You're not shadow banned because of follow for follow. Possibly. You are possibly shadow banned for, excuse me to say that, but for low quality content. This might be cool, if you share your own stuff. This might be cool, but this is, again, totally off-brand. What's actually your niche? What do you want to be known for, right? Because this is sort of one niche where you speak about some personal development or something like this. Then you have this going on. Is that actually you doing it? Are you actually the person doing these photo shoots? Then that will be another niche. And there you just show movie posters, which count as reposted things, movie trailers, reposted plus low quality. This is why you don't get reach. That's the only reason, right? I mean, it looks cool because it's, but it's what they call they categorize you as an aggregator page, plus your followers have no idea what's going on. I don't even know how you start it. So you need to be clear about one niche, about one specific niche. Oh, there you go. I can see myself. about one specific niche. All right. And then you might just want to, if you figured out what you actually want to do, if you want, have a niche, a red line, basically, I would tell you just create a new profile. Start from scratch. Go in on Reels a little bit more. I would say right now 60% Reels, 40% normal posts. Daniel says, I currently produce music videos and films. There you go. This is basically all. Yeah, this is your niche. Start from scratch in this case. This is my opinion. So, yeah. All right. 2 minutes to go until I review another one who will also win the black file. Should I write this in there? I will write this in there. Tag me on Instagram to get reviewed. Okay. I didn't expect it to be right here. To get reviewed and win the IG black file. Some people don't know what the IG black file is. I figured out recently. Because I don't like to promote it so much. My course. That's how I call it. Even though it's just so much more than a course, to be honest. Yeah. On Instagram, my name is @heyDominik, in case you don't know what's going on. And in case you don't know what's going on, you write heyDominik with a small h at the beginning. I'm very, very strict about that. Okay, so I will have this right there. 55 seconds. Theme pages, does it still work? Yes, it does still work. If you're an actual creator, just tell you how it is. Because, if you just repost stuff, and if you just blindly repost things and just do the same things that other people do all over again, it's not working anymore. However, if you really add your value, you can take some other piece of content or some quote somebody had or some video somebody had, if it's high quality, and you add your own spin to it, your own stuff to it, obviously then you can do it, right? And then it works. And I know so many people making crazy amounts of money with this. I have a friend, he makes, I don't even know how much, but probably more. But one page I know for sure, granted it's almost at 1 million followers right now, one of those theme pages makes just shout outs about $30,000 every month, just with the shout outs. Not talking about the other things, like selling shout outs, right? So, yeah. Somebody said, I think you missed the paid chat, or however it's called. Oh, really? Let me just check it out really quick. Okay. Let me just answer this really quick. Don't pay so much, because I can't come. I can't. So there you go. Question on story reach. Personal account reaches about 20% of followers on a good day. Business account on a good day only reaches about 8%. Have you seen differences in story reach from, let me just pull this up a little bit, from account to account? Yes, obviously story reach varies quite a bit. Some people recently got hit with a huge story reach drop. Me and my personal page included. However, it's not a thing of, what did you say? Let me just pull this. I'll just have this up a little longer. I don't know what you think, but it's too long. I'll just have this up for a minute. Business account versus personal account. It depends on your followers. It solely depends on your followers, whether you have good story reach or not. What I figured out recently with story reach is that it's so crazy about the content algorithms. Back then you could just, first story of the day, that was just, the big banger story. And if that got a lot of views, the subsequent ones got a lot of views as well. Now with so many people sharing stories, and now I just thought about something. so many more people share stories, and Instagram themselves, they said, well, we noticed that usually people share stuff they want to share with their friends in their stories. So the story feature for them is sort of the old feed posts, because back in the days you just posted some feed posts to connect with your friends. Right now it's shifting more and more towards stories, which makes me think maybe they're onto something. I think this is why on your account, and most likely most accounts, your business account might have a lot of followers who are not super engaged with you, who are not super interested in you, who maybe don't even watch stories a lot. You might have a bunch of ghost followers in there, or inactivated followers. Whereas on your personal account, you have a lot of people that you personally know. If you DM them you DM back and forth, stuff like this. And Instagram just has some signals that they know, well, these people actually know you. Which is why they show the story to more people. This is my guess. Possibly it's going to be because of that. I'll let you in a secret from the Black File. DM automation, right? What we talked about right before with ManyChat, for example, it's I think it's even free in the basic form. DM automation, for example, like I have on my story right now, answer to the or reply to the story with the word X, job in this case, and you're gonna get this. First of all, this is very important because links and stories don't work anymore, right? They're dead. They're just going to destroy your story engagement. If you have a link in your story, first of all, nobody's going to click on that. People just don't do it anymore. Let me know if you click on stories links. I think they just destroyed it when they made the link sticker. The swipe up used to be a little bit better. So first of all, that. Second of all, what you actually want to do is you want to have a DM automation and send them the link in the DMs, right? And second of all, if you're a little smart, if you're a smart kid, you might have already figured this out yourself by listening to those past few minutes. Instagram loves if you sort of behave like a real person, because you are a real person, like a real friend to your followers, right? To your people. They look for signals that say, well, they actually, connect with each other. They DM back and forth. So in addition to having this the story automations, DM automations helping you for links, it also helps you for overall engagement, story engagement, everything engagement. Because with DM automations, automatically you're gonna text something back, and ideally they're gonna text something to you, obviously. And this triggers the algorithm saying, well, this is a text conversation. And you're going to get ranked to the top of their feeds and to the top of their stories. And this is like one of the best growth hacks right now. You could also, if you don't want to do DM automation, maybe you don't have to do DM automation because you have a smaller following. You can just do it manually, obviously. Try to have people DM you, or a story reply. Story, what's this? Like a sticker, or like the fire symbol, like this. But it works best if they actually text you something. So yeah, don't tell it to anybody though. It's secret. All right. So I guess we're gonna review somebody, right? Let me just check. Da 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 da. Who did it? All right, it's me again. I'll show you. It's again the one who won last time. Let's just go. Oh la la, there you go. I recognize somebody from the comment section. This is the one who took the perfect picture of me. All right, what do you have there? Writing positive affirmations. All right. So I've seen you in the comment section. You won the black file, first of all. So the first thing that you're going to do is tell me your name and your email address in the DMs right now. Then let me know in the comments here that you did it. I'm going to send this to my assistant. Everybody who wins, by the way, will get it at the end of the live stream by latest tomorrow. Who knows if the assistant's still awake. So, yeah. And he was like something, I've been spamming the hell out of you. It's not something that I love. Generally. All right. There you go. You know the drill, people. What's your first thoughts on this profile? Can I make this a little cooler so it doesn't overlap? Oh, but this is not so cool. All right, whatever. Okay. This person. So, first of all, what are your first thoughts about this? Tell me your first impressions. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, and then I will give you my opinion about it. Somebody says... Oh, suddenly so many comments came in. There was some glitch, I guess. Somebody says boring. Somebody says it's dull. Okay, would you care to elaborate a little further why it's dull? 8 posts, right? Now we're getting closer. People are like, 8 posts. Somebody says, weird. I don't know, looks corporate. This is very interesting because for me, it doesn't really look corporate, but I understand what you're trying to say. Guy in a skirt says, not much content, but a good theme. I totally agree with that. Not enough content. I can't tell what it is about just by the pics. Right? Me neither. However, I figure out it's something about filming because, all right, you've optimized your name, which is Webkey Media Filmmaker Film Editor. Right. Somebody says looks like a spam bot. I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think so. In my opinion, it doesn't look like a spam bot. Ron Sparks, hello, man. What's up, man? I know you. Look into work could be removed. Interesting. I didn't even read the bio yet. Let me just read the bio. Look into work as a production assistant, film editor, camera. All right, yeah. I don't like your line in the bio as well because it's sort of from a position, well, I'm searching for a job. I need to... I need help or something like this. Instead, you want to flip the switch. You want to turn the page and sort of show them what you can so they actually want to work with you, by themselves. And people are like, 8 posts. Interesting what Copel says. Bio is a text blob. Posts look like a fan account. But... yeah, I get what you're trying to say. However, my first impression was that this was content he created himself. At least that's what I think. All right, I guess we have a dating show going on, and Sophie likes the profile picture, but not the bio or the feed. Maybe you could exchange some details for later on. Invite me, though, for... eventual gatherings. Okay. Joe means I just mean the colors and images are dull. Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, but I think it's some sort of high quality aesthetic sort of look. Right. So first of all, your bio, change your bio. You're part of the black file. You're going to know how to do it. Okay. I think you overdid it a little bit with sharing me. But let me just check out your content. I wish I could show you. I really wish I could show you. Is that content yourself? Or did you create this content yourself? How can I show the audio from the phone? It should be possible. I did a test before. It worked. Said, there's an audio thing that okay, just 1 second, party people. Or no? What's going on? System audio. Yeah. No idea. Okay, I'm still waiting. Did you create this content yourself or not? Where is the story? He should add filmmaker, film editor in the bio instead of his name. Well, his name is also good. People forget to use their name. It's always good to have a name there as well. And then, like he did, I think the name is pretty good. I'd love to hear the audio, but I can't right now. And Sophie says, not like that. Just the picture stands out today, which I totally agree with, because his picture stood out to me in the YouTube comment section, right now, in the chat section right now, all the time. I get just instantly recognize it. Has a lot to do with color theory, and it's very important as well for social media and for everything. Talking about YouTube creating as well, obviously all content creation, because the blue and the orange are sort of complementary colors, opposite colors, and it just makes it snap. I think the profile picture is one of the best in terms of standing out. So what did he say? Did you create this or not? I edited all myself Envato Elements stock footage. Greetings to Envato, by the way. I used them myself, but I won't let them sponsor me, because I think they didn't even reach out to me now that I think about it. But there was another company, the same. Yeah, I usually don't take sponsorships. But yeah, okay. And this is very good then. This is very, very good what you do. This just shows all the people who want to create a theme page. This is how it's done. You take footage. It is high quality. And it has a style to it. And I believe it looks pretty good, to be honest. He says, is his content really 144p, or is that your phone? If he genuinely wants to work in media, at least he should put in... I think it's good video quality. What do you think? You don't think so? Well, it's a little... I understand what you mean. Maybe you could try a little... especially with some, it's a little blurry and Instagram might not like it, but a lot of things are pretty okay. I don't think that's the issue. He says stock footage is all I got right now, which is okay. As you can see, you can create some cool stuff. Yeah. If you're a filmmaker, why don't you have any film yourself, movies yourself, or, clips, videos yourself? This would be the next thing. Zelda says, that's why it looks corporate to me, stock footage. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. But I have to tell you how it is. It is very good stock footage. There's a difference between stock footage and stock footage, if you ask me. So, yeah. And he knows how to use stock footage the best way. So, yeah. My tip for you right now is create way more. When did you create this? 2 days ago? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? All right. Seems like you just started 5 days ago. All right. Then just keep going. You have 200 followers, which is all right, considering you just started. change your bio, create more, and actually let me know what your niche, your niche is. You know, who's your target audience? But you got the black file. You should be, you should know what to do. So yeah, tell me, send me a message, by the way, and with your name and your email, a DM on Instagram. Okay, tell me this when you send this to me, and you'll get the black file. I'll tell my assistant. So yeah. Great. Movie audio muted. What does it mean? Nobody knows what it means. It just says on my phone. All right. So, what's up, people? We have anything else? The issue is my voice is starting to crack. Really. And the other problem is I need to be at the hospital tomorrow in the early morning. It sucks so much. I don't even know if I have charge in my car. I forgot about this. That's what happens if you, But great. Okay, so let's answer a bunch of more questions and then review one more, and then we're off, I guess, today. Gonna be a little shorter one. Because I've only been working today since 9 a.m., which means 11 hours. No. 13 hours. Well, just a normal day, I guess. So, okay. Still waiting for your comments, people. Have any tips for someone who has 69 followers to get 1K? Yes, interaction methods, first of all. Start identifying. There's a video that I made. If I had 0, this is what I do. I would check this out right now and do exactly that. And then there's some more videos linked to that and go from there. Yeah, this video tells you exactly what to do. How do you get invited to monetize Reels? Where does the message show? You have to be in the US. Right? Here's the glitch. Some people tell me, I am monetized, but it still doesn't work. Something is wrong. By the way, I will repost some of you guys who shout me out on my account after the stream. All right? So, just in case you're wondering, right? If you go to settings and account, no, creator. Yeah. Oh. Got that. If you go to settings, creator, or business, whatever you have, you go to monetization status, they say you're eligible for monetization. But I'm not in the US right now, or at least my profile is not considered to be in the US. And you can change that with a VPN. Maybe with a SIM card, but most likely not. It just tells you, well, once monetization will roll out in your country area, you will be monetized. But this is where you could look. And then they say, they would tell you what to do. Usually there's up there on the top of your screen, there would be a notification about that you're monetized. Somebody says, check your Tesla app. Yeah, the issue is the following. My garage here doesn't have any signal. 0 mobile cell phone signal. So my Tesla app tells me last time I was in the car was 3 days ago with 64%. So no, but it's all right then, I guess. So yeah. Somebody asks, which is the same person again, I guess. What is next if you have done the following on your Instagram? Picked a niche, chosen a style, being consistent, reach a certain content quality level, engaging with comments, fixed bio. Well, being consistent, number 7. Being consistent, number 8. Being consistent, number 9. Being consistent, number 10. Just do it. Usually it takes, or sometimes it takes 90 days of every day creating content to be picked up by the algorithm. So yeah, sometimes you really have to get, really go all in on it. Philip says, thanks for the value. Gotta go. Keep up the good work. Thanks a lot, man. Happy you were part of the stream. Somebody says, I've been grinding for over 5 years and nothing. Well, might be that, there's some things you could do better in your strategy, I guess. But it's great that you're still here and you didn't give up yet. Most people give up if they don't get nothing after, 3 weeks already. So. Tony Triggers ASMR, love your channel, man. Thanks a lot, Tony. I appreciate it. Can I buy any accounts off of you? No, you can't. They will forever be secret. Most of them. Javier says, does posting every day hurt your reach? No and yes. It depends on your audience. Generally, no. The more you post, the more, the better it is, especially for Reels. As you can see, people generally don't even know when you posted it because, it's supposed to be some evergreenish kind of thing. However, posting in your feed could be too much, right? So you don't always want to post your Reels in your stories, Reels in your feed. Sometimes in your stories. Only if you know that your audience is really in for it, right? That it's a perfect match. If you're like, well, I have my core audience who likes my feed, but I sort of want to branch out a little bit, sort of want to see what's going on. Don't share it to your feed or your stories because those people who watch who might not be that into your Reels content might give the algorithm the wrong impressions, and then the organic reach gets down too. So in this case, you might just want to show it, share it in the Reels feed, right? And then you can create as much as you want. There's no limits. Where did your ghost follower removal service go? Well, this is a good question, actually. Why? Is it gone? We're actually rebuilding this. I used to have, I still do, a ghost follower removal service. Now, here's the thing. Right now, it's not all the time the best idea to actually remove followers. It's sometimes it's better to just keep them and go all in and create content and try to grow from there. Sometimes it still works, right? Sometimes your account is broken because of your ghost followers. If you bought some accounts, or if somebody sent you fake accounts, or you switched your niche or something like this, then your account could be broken. The algorithm behind it could be a little broken. And there's two possibilities that you have. First of all, either delete those followers, which I would only recommend in certain special cases anymore, to be honest. Because sometimes it's just, it just wasted time, to be honest. Because sometimes, especially when it's too much, especially because you need to remove followers really slowly. Don't just mass delete them. That's the worst thing you could do. The other thing is, just restart from scratch. But my ghost follower service, we've revamped this whole thing right now, and maybe you can check it out even right now. Maverick.co, mvrq.co/ghost. I'll just post a comment. I haven't checked out the page. I just got the internal message that we're about to be ready again soon. So you can check it out right now or not. Right now, we're going to analyze your profile, a whole analyzation of all of your followers, where they're from, what they do, what niches they are, other accounts you have an audience overlap with, so something really cool. We analyze all of this, and then we give you a recommendation, like what's going on, how do we think your account is standing right now, should you delete the ghost followers, then we can safely remove them for you slowly and safely with our own process, or we tell you, well, it's all right, but nonetheless, you have here your stats, very valuable insights. Or we say just start from scratch. So, yeah. Somebody says, does posting with black bars on the sides because all my artwork is in portrait mode hurt your chances of IG recommending your content? What do you mean? Black bars on the sides? You mean on the top? No? Oh yeah, this is what you mean. It depends. Officially, Instagram says, especially with reels, the best thing is if you have full screen reels, 9x16, portrait mode, vertical mode reels. Otherwise, they will not recommend you as much. However, I see it all the time that they still recommend it, so not always. I would try to figure out a way to, to natively get high, full screen reels without black bars, right? So, okay, so here's the thing. The last 5 minutes have started. The last person will be reviewed. The last person will win the IG Black file. So let me know what's going on. You know what's going on? Tag me and Instagram, heyDominik, to get reviewed and win the IG Black file. Right. You can see it right there. Javier says it's not real though. This is what you mean. Okay, I didn't choose this, but I get what you mean. Try to not do this. Try to figure out some way to do it. There's ways. Competitor research. Search some of your competitors, the bigger ones, and see how they do it. There has to be something, there's smart people everywhere already. Salmon says, hey, I just found your channel yesterday. Welcome, man. Happy that you're here. Do I need to do you? What? What? Do I need to do you for a page review, or can I share here? You don't need to do me to get a review, but down below this here, you can actually see what's up. There's a microphone. Same thing with English, with NS or ENS. Here's what you need to do. And you have 3 minutes left. It's not there. It's there. After years of being in front of a camera, I still don't know that it's actually flipped somehow. This is left. This is left here. 3 minutes left. I feel like the girl on the... I can't even straight... Oh, God damn it. Yeah. So... There's some more questions that I just missed. Fila. Hey, man, do I remember you? I think I do remember you, huh? And if I do remember you, don't you think it's creepy that I remember you? I think I remember you from somewhere, maybe even from our Discord or something. Could that be? I haven't posted exactly in 1 year. Why? Why? That's the issue that most people have. They don't post. Loose Life says, where do you live, Dominik? I live all around the world. Right now I'm in Vienna. I live a bunch of months in Vienna just because I have family here, and I am from here. Not Vienna originally, but yeah, Austria. Let's just put it that way. Then usually part of my year I spent in Kiev, which right now is a little bit hard. And then I live a lot of the time when it's cold and winter in Austria or Europe or anywhere else. I spent in Dubai. So yeah. That's basically it. And the year goes by faster than you might think. But I want to sort of build another short-term base somewhere in the U.S. again, like I used to have when I was, back then when I was a child. Fila, yeah, I've been here. You always remember me. Yeah, but you were in the Discord or something. I think I remember speaking face to face with you, right? Somewhere. By the way, Discord, we can't do it today. I'm just done. Yeah, actually, years ago, old OG viewers of this channel, when I just had 10K subs here on YouTube, I moved there. I was just like with my friend. I just moved there. We're like, we don't like this anymore. It was winter, and then we moved to Kiev. It was probably not the best month, the best season to move there. But I moved there. Then I got to know my girlfriend, who was living in the neighborhood. And yeah, now I just love spending time there, generally. Dirty water squat. Yes, unfortunately, no dirty water for me today. No clean water too. This is why we have to soon stop this thing. Okay, so who's ready for the last review? By the way, let me know in the comments. Should we do these a lot more often? Maybe sometimes just some Q&As, some quick Q&As. Because here's what's up. Sometimes videos for me right now, with everything revolving around me, my agency and the Black File and my mentorship that will soon drop, which, by the way, you can apply for here on the somewhere in the pinned message. What did I want to say? Yeah, sometimes it just takes a lot. Lately I haven't even been able to keep up with one video every 2 weeks, which just makes me be cringing me. It's just, I used to have 2 to 3 every week. It was no issue to make that. But with that being said, how about that? Just creating, sometimes when I'm at maybe even not on a cool set like this, maybe we'll find a way to still interact. Or when I'm traveling, like next month, I'll be traveling quite a lot for my business right here. And yeah. What did I want to say? I just had a brain fart. People say yes, all right, sure. I'll try to make it work a lot more. We used to have this cool thing back when the first lockdown started. I just had 20K YouTube subscribers. And we used to go live every week. It was fun. Anybody here, by the way, who was part of that gang? Hope your girlfriend's family are okay. Hey, Dominic, when are you in London? Yes, they're okay because I brought them here. They are right now here in my house. So, yeah. I will be in London possibly at the beginning of October. So, yeah. Maybe you can make a London meetup or something if we have time. Watching from Dubai. Oh, there you go. I'll be there. I'll be there in 2 weeks. I just forgot about it. I'll just be there for 2 days though. But yeah, I'll be there soon for 3 days or 4 days. But in the winter, I'll come back to live again there. To live there again. I have a season pass for Motion Gate, just so you know. So, yeah. All right. What is the story with IG guides? Do you believe in them at all? Well, IG guides is generally a very good way to drive some interactions if you're smart about it. If, as you know, session times matter quite a lot on Instagram as well. Meaning keeping people on the platform as long as possible. And with guides, you can actually, if you're a little smart about it, you can take somebody and, first of all, make them read through the guide, making them stay on your profile. But then you can, use some other people's profile, content to feature in your guide, which then it's okay. And then it counts towards your session time, which is Kind of good. And Instagram will make search possible. They already have it possible right now a little bit, but I'm 100% sure. What did I just press? I'm 100% sure they will come out with something pretty soon. It's they even started speaking about this. Like I said, today I recorded a video. Yeah. By the way, this will be the first video that I will jointly cut together with my new editor and old friend. We're gonna try to figure something out. So we'll see. It will be out probably only next week, just because, yeah. Somebody says, yes, London meetup. Awesome. Yeah, we could maybe do this. Florence, you're Florence. What? How do you pronounce that? Been there. A beautiful city. Somebody says, perfect. This is amazing. Hey, Dominic, I've been watching a lot of your videos in the last couple of months. I did what you said exactly. I'm seeing the results right now. Thanks. Amazing. This is what I want to hear. You know, usually I just spoke with my assistant today, and he was like, he showed me some people. There was some people applying to my mentorship program, by the way, that you can apply for to work actually with me personally. And some people apply and they're like, yeah, or some people send me DMs. They're like, I did everything, or in the comments too of my videos. Yesterday, somebody was like, hey, I'm in a shadow ban. The algorithm, it just sucks. It just changed. And suddenly I have a reach drop. I do everything you say. Then I check them out sometimes. A lot of the times I check people out who write that in the comments. And 9 out of 10 times they're just full of crap. They don't do what I say. They just post shitty content. That's all. So, yeah. Unfortunately. You're French. I heard a little French accent. Non, je ne suis pas français. But sometimes I speak just a little bit. And I also, did spend quite a bit of time in Paris throughout the years. What do you think about Andrew Tate being banned from Instagram, and about Instagram copying? What does it mean, Instagram copying? Here's what's up. Love him, this guy, or hate him. Obviously, he's very edgy. And he's quite out there with some things that he says. However, I'm not for this. I think this is problematic, to be honest. I'm not saying that he's problematic, but that Instagram's banning his account is problematic, you know? Because I don't think there's any, he's just out there and he's just a jerk, and a little crazy, but, banning people, nah, I would never, I'm not for banning anybody who's just, doing things normal, he's not doing normal things, but if you know what I mean. Even if I hated somebody, who just goes against all of the things that I like, I would still be shouting and saying, don't ban this person, right? Because, unless he did, I don't know the details about it, unless he did really something like incited violence or something, then of course, we can talk about it. But I don't think he did. Or did he? I just think, I'm not so much in the loop, to be honest. Okay, so. Oh, Firenze. This is how you pronounce this? This is the same city? I have spoken to your tower. I never knew. Oh, really? I've spoken to the air traffic control, because if you guys knew here, if you don't know, I also do fly airplanes from time to time. I just recently got my new license again after losing it in Dubai. But I've spoken to air traffic control from Firenze. I wasn't aware that it's actually Florence and the machine. So, okay, last person to be reviewed today, okay? You know the drill? Okay, you know the drill. And last person who will get the black file. I'm not supposed to look. But, there you go. Where is it? The iPhone? You won the black file, Knight Rider 2.0. Wow. Oh, this is such a beautiful picture, huh? Unfortunately, you didn't win. The Knight Rider. Oh, come on. Oh, but you're a new profile, which is also something. Okay, what's your impressions on this? What do you say? What do you think about the account? Salmon says, taking away somebody's voice just because you disagree doesn't seem professional to me. Yeah, I totally agree with it generally. So, yeah, I agree with it. However, I don't know the details. Some people say he did incite some violence, which is, yeah, obviously then against the guidelines, and then it's all right, to be honest. Somebody says, hey, Dominic, you didn't read the rest of my comments. I've grown my followers, but I want to review my account. Unfortunately, this is the last review of today because my voice is gone. Tomorrow at the hospital, they will be like, what's going on with you? You don't have a voice? You're more sick than we thought. And I'm so thirsty, and there's nothing in it anymore. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah. Knight Rider said, I had to start over. Why did you have to start over? Somebody says, somebody says bio doesn't match content. Let me just check. If you like awesome content, then you should totally follow. Ooh, somebody got roasted. Awesome content, but weird thumbnails. This is number 3 in the last 5 years. Why? Why did you create new things? Okay, people say your account doesn't look very attractive. Account looks pretty bad. Awesome content doesn't say anything. I agree. Jay. I'm so sorry. But sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. That's just how it is. But one day you'll be part of it, I'm sure. You just have to think hard. You just have to believe it. Next time I'll pick you. Somebody says, I assume the creator is very young. Phila says, Knight Rider seems super niche. I imagine it's hard getting content in the dark. So here's what's up. Talking about the algorithms, some insights that I have about TikTok as well. And my phone is off again. TikTok as well. Generally, I guess I know the kind of content you do. Well, first of all, we know it is not vertical content. It is dark, which means it's, low quality content in terms of Instagram. Nothing is happening right now in this reel. Absolutely nothing is happening. We can sort of see what's going on, but that's it. There's no hook. It's a bad format, and nothing. There's no payoff. There's no. First of all, you always need a hook, meaning you need to set an expectation, make people wonder, and second of all, you need to deliver on that. AKA the payoff. It's not happening here. So yeah, you need to figure out a way to create content. You're like, who won? You decide. I understand it's sort of this I understand a little bit more. However, try to flip your camera or something like this, you know? And you need to be able to speak with your followers a little bit better, right? Because especially not only with your followers, but with potential new followers. And first of all, you got to do a lot of research to figure out who that is and what they like, what they're into, how you could potentially speak to them with your content that they feel actually spoken to and that they feel like interested. This is a little better, by the way. This is immediately a lot better with, even though it's low quality content as well in terms of, image quality, but it's higher, right? So, right. Can we see the views that you have? You can immediately see, by the way, this has way more views. This is interesting. This probably counted as duplicate content because it starts exactly the same. This is why you have the least amount of views on there. Also, the Night Rider, text me your name and your email address in the DMs right now, and you will get the black file. All right. Also, who was the last person who won the black file? The second, I forgot. Please DM me one more time. So yeah, more content. Figure out a way to actually, create better content. Try to have the quality a little bit better. This is nothing, to be honest. There needs to be some sort of mini story or something like this. YouTube says now would be a good time to insert ads again. No, not today. Or should we? No. Somebody says algo hates horizontal and the reel seems to long for what's happening. Exactly, story allegory. I remember your name. Could that be or not? I think I remember your name from back in the days or not. Would be interesting. But yeah. And here's the interesting thing that Diego says, and this is what I wanted to say earlier and forgot. The content is illegal. If he or she is in the USA, he or she is going to get banned and get a fine by authorities if they could actually make a connection who it is. But on TikTok, for example, they would ban content like this and possibly even or possibly just get the reach down a little bit. Because they say it's hard. How would they call this? It's done by professionals, or don't do this. It's like dangerous content and stuff like this. TikTok usually gets some flag on the site. The algorithm flags it, and then a person flags it as well. And you will have limited reach, and sometimes they will just ban your account, or account / shadow ban you, if you know what I mean. And yeah, this is a little bit of an issue with content like this. However, you could try to find the fine line between the illegal part and the legal part. I mean, yeah, it's hard. Content like this used to do very well on YouTube back in the days. 10, 15 years ago, I remember watching these things. And yeah, he said, I tried TikTok. They said it encourages people to do bad acts. Yeah, exactly. Also, Instagram doesn't say it, but I'm sure they have the same systems in place right now. So, yeah, I, for example, got my content taken down on TikTok years ago when I did some testing. I put my own phone in the Apple Store, inside the Apple Store, where they have the Apple phones, the iPhones, and I just pretended that I take one and steal one and run out, and it said how to get a free iPhone, and just took it and walked out, and the security was behind me, and he didn't know what to do, but he didn't say anything, which is cool as well. And then I immediately got banned from TikTok and flagged. And yeah, very interesting. Well, yes, but it's different, to be honest. Some people get banned. And I'm not saying their whole page is getting banned, but yeah, shadow banned, and what people would refer to as shadow banned. Their reach will get cut quite a lot. I just got a super chat from somebody. We're done with the reviews, just so you know, before I read this. But first of all, thank you so much. A great content. My page is, I'm not really getting in terms of traction. Well, reviews are done. I will quickly check out your thing, for 1 second, for 1 minute. Just because I want to, just one first impression you will get from me. Vanky Magic Studios. Very interesting name. Vanky Magic Studios. Follow for Bollywood songs from my playlist to your Instagram feed. All right. So do you rehash songs? Do you use official songs, I hope, through this? Yes, you do. Do you create this yourself? If you create it yourself, very good. Then it's just a matter of being more and more consistent. Don't use your this all the time. Sound on. Read the caption. Don't do this. Will be considered as spam. But I would rebrand maybe. Like, why do you call it Vanky Magic Studios? Do you create the music, or what do you do? Because it's sort of like a mismatch, to be honest. Yeah, a little bit of a mismatch between it's a studio, or is it some other person creating the music, or are you just a repost page, or what is it, right? Possibly because of that, people don't really know what to do with you. So here's what's up, my friends. Venkatesh says, I created myself. Well, very good then. You're on a very good track. Just be consistent right now. Be consistent for 60 to 90 days. Then come again. Write to me in the comments or somewhere, or DM me. And we're going to see. But I guess something will happen because you are, looks like you're doing a lot of things right. So that's it for today, my friends. I just can't anymore, unfortunately. Been a long day. I will see you guys soon, I hope. First of all, don't forget to, if you guys are interested in joining my private mentorship program, which is about to begin somewhere in October. It will be a game changer. It will be amazing for those people that I pick. People will be handpicked just because I just said just because suddenly you get a notification, super chat, just because. What are the chances? Oh, from Story Allegory, which I think I do remember. Thank you so much. And I can see you're in Canada. Greetings to Canada. I hope you're all fine there. But I appreciate it really a lot, really. And what do I want to say? Here on the comment somewhere, this type form, you can apply for this. Then you can get connected with us, and we'll have a chat, and we'll see if you'd be a good fit to really closely work together with me to actually, teach you my skills, basically, or the skills that you need to have in the 21st century. Creating social media, being amazing on social media. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts for posts, covers for posts and reels? Yeah, I think they are very good to have. Obviously, Story Allegory says, come visit Canada. It's lovely here. Yeah, I have some creator friends from Canada. So I might come. And then we might do a meetup, Story Allegory. And then I'll pay a beer or whatever you want to drink. So, okay, so last one for today. Instagram is fixed, says, it's me, Lee. The growth is back. If you don't give up posting daily, it will help That's exactly true. It seems like they're fixing it more and more. It seems like for the past months, even we could circumnavigate with all these things with the strategies that we talk about here in this channel. But it seems like they're doing more because they're very afraid of the recent backlash that they got. They could see, probably masses of people flooding out. They could see, celebrities jumping on the hate wagon. So, yeah, they'll try their best, obviously, to fix it. Is it going to fix forever? Who knows? Should you possibly also dip your head into other platforms like TikTok, YouTube, maybe Shorts, or even long-form YouTube? Yes, definitely. Just something to slowly start, on the side, especially if you post short-form content. Doesn't hurt because it's basically not a lot of extra effort. So, my friends, thanks a lot. I'll see you pretty soon. We're going to do another live stream. We're going to see where and when. Maybe when I'm on the road somewhere. Like I said, I'll be in Poland in 2 weeks. I'll be in Georgia, not the US, but the real one, Tbilisi, Georgia. I'll be in Dubai. I'll be in London, right? So if any of you are in one of those cities, maybe we could do a meetup. I'd love to meet you guys. I was planning a world tour, where I come to cities and then we just have a chat, just all the people who were there. We'll just have a chat. I'll show you something, maybe, whatever. Just have a nice meetup. Right now, didn't happen mostly because of the war, to be honest, because I had to, abandon Dubai or drive to Ukraine to pick up my people. But, you never say never. So maybe we could start it off slow in one of these cities pretty soon. So thanks a lot for being here on my live stream. It's been a year. I still can't believe it. And I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to, I don't know what I just wanted to say. Just don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That's what I never say on my YouTube videos in case you don't remember. I'll see you guys. Thanks a lot. Good night.